Okay, this week's video, following up from the Facebook Live we did last week, how to hit it farther, create more club head speed. And to do that, to get that ball farther down the fairway, we've got to show you how to use your body better, more efficiently, so you can get more speed, and that will translate into more distance. So first of all, you need something to train with that is actually lighter than a golf club. You know, if you swing something like a Super Speed Stick or the Golf Stick Pro, you will start to develop more speed because it's lighter than a golf club. The specifics of this tool, the Golf Stick Pro, when you're swinging the light end, it's around 15% lighter than your driver, and that's about right for creating more speed. If you swing something really light, like a golf shaft or something that's like Super Speed Sticks, the really light ones, be a little bit careful. Watch out for this, small joint injuries, wrists, elbows. If you get too handsy and wristy with those things, be a little careful. I like to use the Golf Stick Pro simply because when I train with it, I don't feel like I have any danger of being extra handsy rather, because it's heavy enough. It's still lighter than a driver, but it's heavy enough that I need to use my body to get it going. So you also need some way to train where you have a way to measure the speed. So there's a lot of speed meters out there, radar that's very accurate. This is very accurate. There's a lot of them out there that you can use, but you need something to document just how well you're doing over time. I feel like if someone's training properly, if you train it every other day or every third day for a while, you can start to see pretty significant gains even in the first month of using it. Into 2 months, amazing gains. So I know for myself, even as I warm up here today, I'll probably get this thing going somewhere around 100 miles an hour, but as I start to get warmed up, it's closer to 110. Remember too, the sort of metrics of speed training or driver speed is that as you increase your club head speed by 1 mile an hour, you increase the overall distance the ball goes by 3 yards. So we don't need massive gains to get that shorter club to the green. We just need 3 to 5 to 8 miles an hour. And wow, you've changed your distance off the tee and of course that shortening up that shot to the green. All right, so let's talk specifically about one of the main keys that you need to use coming down on the downswing to get your swing going and really getting the speed there. So first of all, I like to swing this to get warmed up a little bit, just make a few swings. And I did a little bit of swinging before I got the video rolling here today. And as I'm waving at it like that, that's just somewhere around 50 miles an hour with swinging the heavy one. Now if I flip it over and we go to the lighter end, as I'm swinging it, and you can get this up to around 70 miles an hour. And that's about 80 miles an hour. So that's a fairly armsy swing, a decent length backswing, not fully warmed up, around 80 miles an hour. Now as I start to wind this thing up and really stretch it and get it back here, or from this angle, seeing a big backswing, full shoulder turn, get my hips all the way back, I will create more speed there. So that's sort of step one. Let's see what kind of change we get if we start winding it. That's 90. All the way back. Bad balance, but 92. So all the way back. And then when we start to work on the downswing, we're going to start using these legs, and sitting more into your legs is really one of the keys to getting your hips to clear, getting the whipping action of the club coming through, which will really ramp up your club head speed. So let's see what happens here as we start to get the legs going. So once again, we're going to be winding it, full backswing, hip turn, shoulder turn. Sit into those legs here, and you can see how the club really planes out really nicely here. And then I can rotate in, get more open as I come through, and that club will be whipping and releasing as it goes through, and that's where all that speed or power gets translated to club head speed. All right, let's see how we do. 98. 99, 105. So the last one certainly got a little more leg work. I still need to work a little more to get down into those legs better. So if you're working on your own in a mirror, you would want to see that you actually have sort of a sitting motion or a sitting feeling. You want to feel like your quads are engaging, hamstrings, glutes, and then as you're coming through from there, then you can start to use the back leg or rotate through and get more of that look coming in. And that's where you get your full power. Now I found in my own case, training for speed. Probably takes me anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to get the speed up and get it going. I really can only swing at full speed in here max 20 times. I sort of start to slow down after that. But if I do train every other day, I'm seeing that speed going up more and more and more. But you kind of have to build up like anything else that's endurance-based and speed-based. It takes a bit of training to get your speeds up there. So let's go through one more time. Got up to 105 today, got up to 109 yesterday, and we'll see what happens. My goal is to get up to 120. We'll see how long it takes to get there. I'll bet by probably the end of September, we'll have this thing up to 120. $106, 109. So that's about as max speed that I'm producing right now, 109. Feels a little inefficient. I can tell I'm trying to avoid the microphone a little bit here this morning to keep it from making too much noise. But I do see that with the protocol working the way it's working, a little bit of gym training, a little bit of stretching, not crazy. I know I can get that thing up to about 120. Talking a little bit about speed training also from the front view, so this angle on the camera. When you are coming into the ball, it is important to get the maximum power that if you set into the legs this way and then start to use the legs and hips clearing, that you do feel like you're staying back behind the ball. Because like we've talked about in some other driver videos, you want to be coming more up at the ball from the inside this way. And if you tend to get yourself in front of it and try to get a lot of power by moving this way, you'll actually cast in the club and slow the speed down. So make sure that as you're back here and you sat down, that you do feel like you're back behind it, and then it can release, and then you get all the way up through it into a fuller follow through to get that full speed. Okay, that'll wrap it up for today's video. Thanks again for watching. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos in the future, and we'll see you in the next one.